John Lowe's and Maggie Stewart.
I'll never drown in teardrops, 'cause you never make me cry. And I won't ever get the blues, 'cause you keep me so high. I don't need the barroom every night till closing time. I'll never drown in teardrops, and I'll never drown in wine. Here we are on our natural high. We only need each other to get by. You're as sweet as mountain air, or roses on the vine. I'll never drown in teardrops, 'cause you never make me cry. It never rains at our house, it's springtime every day. And I don't need those party games that other people play. I don't need a mansion or a great big limousine. I'll never drown in teardrops, and I'll never drown in wine. Here we are on our natural high. We only need each other to get by. You're as sweet as mountain air, or roses on the vine. I'll never drown in teardrops, 'cause you never make me cry. Drown in teardrops, 'cause you never make me cry. Here we are on our natural high. We only need each other to get by. You're as sweet as mountain air, or roses on the vine. I'll never drown in teardrops, 'cause you never make me cry. I'll never drown in teardrops, 'cause you never make me cry. I was born at Timorous, so I'm told, about the time of the Second World War, when the fact of merely staying alive was enough to keep most folks poor. We lived on the farm 30 miles from town, and nothing much ever came around, except a hillbilly show and the time of day and the annual rodeo. Saturday mornings we'd hang around town like young blokes mostly do. Just enough coins for the jukebox and a Slim Dusty song or two. Then we'd lean on the same old veranda post with the tune and the words going round. The main street buzzing, the old folks yarning, the hot sun burning the ground. Old man Blair lived just out of town. He had an emu 8 feet tall. My mate Tony had a $1 note for anyone that could ride at all. The plan was to catch that mean-eyed bird and get on his back and ride from the railway end of Hoskin Street to the airstrip out the other side. Waving Hessian bags in a gum tree branch, we caught him in a cloud of dust. I threw my shirt up over his head as he tried hard to kill the both of us. Tony had both arms round his legs, holding on and going pale, and swearing at me with his mouth shut about the bear patch under their tail. Then we caught our breath and I got on board, and that emu buckled and squawked,
And as Tony was taking the last tires off, he said, just start him off at a walk. I tried hard to laugh at what he said, but it's hard to laugh at fear. And I wasn't to know that the next few minutes would lay me up for a year. I had both knees tightly under his wings when Tony opened the gate. My left hand gripped that emu's neck and my right hand was holding my hat. In no time at all I could see it all. We were fair in the middle of town. Folks were running, cars were stopping, they all knew I was hospital bound. I swear I was doing 110 when I went past Adamson's store. I was out of control and the meanest beast the townsfolk ever saw. Old Mrs. Harding weighed 19 stone, but at that speech she looked like a post. I had to get off, but I couldn't let go, and I knew I was white as a ghost. Well, that emu seemed like he'd never slow down. In fact, he was gaining speed. Out by Medman Road, passing everything in sight, and I started wishing I was dead. I let go of my hat and I was choking his neck, but he never altered his stride. He just turned off the road and headed for the scrub, and by now I was terrified. Tall gums looked like a fine-tooth comb as they went swishing by. I was ducking and weaving and holding on and getting prepared to die. A search party found me the very next day, battered and badly torn, and draped across a low-slung branch, wishing I'd never been born. Just on a year in that hospital bed, and the whole town saw it all. And as for Tony's dollar note, well, it's framed on the hospital wall.